Hello guys, welcome back to another video and the second episode of the Romania Kart Tour. If you haven't watched the first one, remember to watch that one after this one, of course. And today we're at Premier Raceway, next to Brasov, which is a city in like the middle of Romania. So we've gone up from Bucharest, the capital, and now we're here. And it's a half an hour drive from there. And here we are at the track, which is a very long one as well. Lap times around 1 minute 10 is a really quick lap. 1 minute 9 is the lap record, and 1 minute 15 an average lap for most people. And well, yeah, I like it. It's really long French straight, as you can see here. As you go down it, the kart's reaching a high speed of around 50 miles an hour, but for some reason that telemetry's broken. Here we go a bit too deep, and this driver comes through, probably because I'm not used to the brakes. I've been driving Sodi electrics, and their brakes are so sensitive, and here you really have to step on it for the brakes to work. But anyway, into here we go a bit wide, and then you can just see there's someone in the grass parked up there for some reason. Did a bit of rallycross, and then here these two are going side by side. They've pulled away a bit because I'm still learning the track, and then, well, this gives me flashbacks back to Ella Park, round 5 for Club 100, when someone else got spun out that way. That would be a 6-position penalty ABC takeout, but, well, this isn't Club 100, which is the funny thing. That guy didn't even get black flagged or anything. The thing about this track, nobody really watches. There's not really a safety briefing here, and if there's a red flag, yellow flag, everyone just drives normally. Here I absolutely send it up the inside of him. Good move. And through this very fast section, I'm still learning the track. It's my first session ever at this track, so still got a lot to improve. But this guy gets an exit, pretty good exit. He's still up my inside. Into this corner, round the final corner. He's there. He's right there. He's getting really good exits. I'm probably not maximising the karts, and now I'm screaming my helmet right now. What? There's no space there. Like you can't really just send it up the inside just because. Okay, that second one he lined it up well, but he kind of put me off. But if you're actually gonna full send it into there, that would be a bit too much. But anyway, we managed to hold him off for a bit, and by mid-lap, the middle of this lap, I could see that he's completely gone. He's not there anymore, and now it's all the track to myself. So let's see a full hot lap around this track. So into turn 1, turn quite early, get close to that curb, turn early again, because the karts are very understeery, because they probably haven't changed the tyres in a while, but they're really nice karts. They're similar to ones at Club 100, to be honest, the chassis. But anyway, into here, brake quite early, get the kart rotated, get the power down, flat out through here, and now down this straight. Avoid some of the exit curbs because they're quite bumpy. Around here, flat out normally, but because this was my first session, I didn't really take it flat out. Here gets a late apex, would normally be flat out as I almost go onto the grass there. You can see that a lot of people have done that because of the brown. People have gone onto that part. Don't go wide there. I've done that lots of times. Over that curb, jump over it. Now around here, ease onto the power. Right, very, very nice. Get that human DRS, which is most of the time is unnecessary. Around here, just use the curbs. The curbs are they're not too sharp, they're not too flat, they're quite nice, and good to use them in the wet, which will be coming up later. But around the final corner, don't go too wide, don't into the pits, because that's the pit entrance, and that's a lap around the track. So the session will end like that, so don't come into the pits when you're going around the final corner. But anyway, we're going to get out, and now we're ready for session 2 of day 1. Right, turning the camera on, in the pits, let's go, session 2. This is, there aren't as many people on day 1 as there will be later on, so stick around for day 2 because it gets wild. So around there, I stick it flat out, which is normally flat out, but I almost got onto the grass. Here I almost go off the track, so I'm still trying to test the limits of this. In this session, I'm just testing the limits of the track, seeing where I can push, where I can't. Through there, can I take it flat? Yes, I can. Around here, just keep it tight, and trying to avoid most of the exit curbs, because this track is used by owner karting, so that's why there's that's where it's quite long, because normally a lap around here in a junior ROK is like a 46, if I can remember. I can't really remember 46, in the 40s, and here it's like a 113. That's what I got in the first session, a 113 something. And now I'm just trying to maximise the karts, maximise the track. And now this is when we encounter our first back marker. Send it up the inside of this corner, easy does it. Now around here, you can see that there's a guy on the grass doing some, well, rallycross, which last time I checked, I don't think that's the optimal line, but either way, that might be my opinion. We've got another back marker here who, whilst I'm on a hot lap, I just get past so smooth and it doesn't really hold me up. But we're going to park it up. That's going to be the final session of day 1, so let's go to day 2. Right, now, you can see that this session is packed, and don't worry if you see that on the telemetry. Telemetry is quite delayed, but yeah, I didn't really cut the grass there. But it's absolutely packed. There's 29 people in the session, including 3 two-seater karts, and then I don't think there are any juniors. And then this guy just tries to do what that guy did and does a bit of rallycross. Again, not the optimal line, but I see a lot of people doing it. There's people on the grass. I think I might be wrong, to be honest. There's so many people doing it that I think that might just be the optimal line, cutting across the grass. But yeah, anyway, so it's, like I said, it's absolutely packed. There's absolute chaos before the karts have even been put at full speed, because they're limited for like half a lap. At the beginning, I absolutely rear-end that guy. But yeah, it's carnage. This is absolute carnage. I've never been in a session with 30 people and an open session as well. So here's the first time we encountering a two-seater kart, which you can see that there has to be a person 18-year-old because you're kind of responsible for 2 people, and we kind of just go past them. I don't think I've ever been in a two-seater kart when I was younger, but they look interesting to try. Of course, they're not as fast. I don't think so. But anyway, we're going to go past a lot of people. And we're kind of just snaking around everyone. Which is quite easy. It's like a Forza lobby. Literally, a Forza lobby. But anyway, we're going to go past this guy. Around this very long right-hander. And I think it's about time to do a little montage after I send it past that guy from last century. So that was interesting. So you can see that there's a lot of overtakes happening. As we have a lot of other crazy things like this guy spinning out and I almost slam into him. More people in the barrier, different things, and that's the end of the session. It was very chaotic, and well, that was day 2. That was the first session of day 2, and now it's night time. I love a good old night session. Why not? And you can see that this guy's got a 360 camera, so let's make a good impression, let's do some things, and there's only a few people in the session, so let's try and get some hot laps in the night. Oh, it's just so lovely. I love driving in the night. It's just, you feel alone, but it's just nice. And this is where I got my fastest lap of the time I was there at the track, so I hope you enjoyed the edit. So that was the hot lap, and throughout this session I made a few more overtakes, nothing much, but it's just so nice. And that's the end of the session, and it's the end of day 2. Very nice day, I'm happy. Don't know why I did that, but that's it. And now let's move on to day 3, and a very, very wet day 3. So we're not actually allowed to drive in the wet this track, mainly because some people don't have the experience, some people are going for the first time. But we got into the karts and then it started raining again. So they were like, oh, well, we'll just let them out again, it doesn't really matter. So this might be the first ever open wet session at this track. They do some races, and oh no, yeah, it's very, very wet. You literally have no grips though. Yeah, they do open sessions like eliminator races, and you drive in the wet there because most people have experience. But in the open sessions, like you saw in day 2, the first session, that was well, not a lot of people had much experience, but turns out because there were only like 5 people in the session, nobody really spun out. Everybody mostly stayed on the grass, on the track, which was good because that meant we could do more open sessions in the wet. But anyway, we're gonna make a lot of overtakes. Like, we just get the grip down. It's like I'm just doing snakes again, but I feel like I've learnt. When I went karting in the wet for the first time, I did awfully. But the other problem is that because I'm going fast, it's easier to spin out like just there, which is just to say embarrassing. But anyway, let's see a montage of me doing some sick drifts. Well, that was fun. It's something that I enjoy in the wet, just doing some drifts. I'm very happy after that session. Although I'm absolutely soaking wet, and as I go into the second session, most of these people haven't done another session, and by the looks of me, with a very wet shirt, because I don't have my race suit, it's obvious that I have a little bit of experience at this track in the wet, so I don't care that I'm soaked, I'm having fun. So let's go into the second session. As we go here, this guy forgets which is the brake and which is the acceleration. Kind of goes into me, but with that, let's see a little montage of me spinning out. Spinning out isn't fun, but when you're pushing to the limits, it's quite easy to do that. But like you see here, some people which are going slowly, it's quite hard to spin out, to be honest, when you're going slow. But when you're going fast and you're trying to get onto the power earlier, it's quite easy, let's say. But the session ends, not much has happened except me spinning out quite a few times. And let's go into the final session, session 3. First day with 3 sessions. I just wanted 3. It was rainy, it was wet, I liked it. But yeah, here we go again, and there's always that one guy who forgets to brake and almost brutally kills me. But anyway, around here, you can see the little grip, but now I've realised that there's so much grip on the outside. Somehow I didn't realise this before, as there's 2 people spun out there, which is very interesting how that happens. But it's just so much grip on the outside, especially on that long right-hander. And I only realised that in the final session, because in most of the sessions I was just having fun drifting, not actually trying to get lap times. But anyway, around here, it's going to be, you can just see how much grip there is on the outside compared with anywhere else. And the final corner, very nice. Oh, nice drift around there. And that's gonna be the end. Hope you enjoyed episode 2 of the Romania Kart Tour, and I'll see you guys in episode 3. Here are a few clips from episode 3, where I'll be karting with my cousin. So hope you enjoy that video, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.